Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Cam and welcome to my review for The Lighthouse. This movie was directed by Robert Eggers and it stars Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe and... wait. Something's missing. There we go. This movie tells the tale of two lighthouse keepers played by Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe respectively, and they slowly go insane together through a combination of alcohol and isolation. And that's about it. I was desperate for this movie to come anywhere close to my area. I even went to my church and I lit a candle, that's how desperate I was. Okay, I didn't go to church and light a candle, but I was really hoping that this movie would come somewhere close to my area and not 6 hours away from me. Thankfully, it did. And I can safely say that The Lighthouse is one of the best movies of the year. It is very artsy, and I have a feeling that it's going to make a lot of people mad, whoever does see it. However, in my opinion, I loved it. Firstly, the acting is just fantastic across the board. Really, the only actors in the movie that we at least see and hear from about 99% of the time are Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe. I've always liked Willem Dafoe ever since I saw him in the first Spider-Man movie from 2002. And Robert Pattinson, okay, we should judge Robert Pattinson from here on out as Robert Pattinson the actor and not the guy from Twilight. The man has clearly earned a reputation as a credible actor, and Twilight was just basically a foot in the door for him, so good on him for that. I look forward to see what he does as Batman. But what's really more impressive beyond just the acting is the technical side, because this movie is definitely unique, but in the best way possible. This movie is shot entirely in black and white, and with a significantly different aspect ratio. I don't really know what it is now. I'll put it in the lower third when I edit this in post. In the hands of literally any other director, this would have just been seen as a cheap gimmick. However, Eggers did a great job of utilizing the cinematography to make you feel locked in with these two lighthouse keepers. And I normally don't get claustrophobic, but there were some instances where I felt claustrophobic. Also, let's give all the credit in the world to Mark Corvin's score for this movie, because it is one of the best of the year. It was haunting and downright terrifying in some instances. So I hope he gets work for the next 50 years. But since this movie has gone nationwide, and thank God for that, I think I should give you, the kind but intense viewer, a little bit of a note of caution. This is very much an art house movie. It's not like your normal standard movie. This isn't to say that the quality is toned down because of this. This movie is of very high quality. This movie is produced by A24, and they are known for not necessarily producing normal movies. Let's just say they're not going to be adapting any comic books anytime soon. I think the best thing that I can say to communicate this to you is to read a quote from the great film critic Roger Ebert. This was from his final review before his death for the Terrence Malick film To the Wonder, but I think it does apply for The Lighthouse. And to paraphrase said quote, "There will be many who find The Lighthouse too elusive and too effervescent. They'll be dissatisfied by a film that would rather evoke than supply. I understand that, and I think Robert Eggers does too. But here he has attempted to reach more deeply than that, to reach beneath the surface and find the soul in need." At the end of the day, if you're willing to give this movie a chance, I think you will be very surprised at what you might find. This movie is amazing. It's got everything that I love in movies. It's definitely in my top 10 of the year. Boy, that discussion is really getting kind of crowded. I'm really going to have to sit down and think about what's going to be in my top 10 of the year. And we've still got Ford v Ferrari, Star Wars, and a bunch of other movies. This is going to get really hard. But that's all for me, guys. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. My name is Ryan Cam. I'll see you in the next one.